Welcome back to Gossip Break, the cherry on top of your day. I'm one of your hosts, Bree.
And I'm your other host, Becky.
Happy Friday, girls. This is going to be such a good episode. We have pop culture, we have Love Island. Literally basically a whole month has gone by in Love Island time. So we're excited to yap. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. I am high on reality TV. I'm honestly overwhelmed. A lot of things have had to take a back burner for Love
Yeah.
Island because I just can't do it. There's only so many hours in a day.
It's a full-time job between Love Island, Atlanta still. Miami just started. Did you finish Secret Life of Mormon Wives? That
I got one more episode deeper. I'm slow.
You are in the trenches. We have Next Gen NYC. That had to take a back burner for me. I did one episode. I was like, all right, guys, we have more important things to
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah. They set them up to fail, I think. It's a scheme that Todd set up with the bullshit
Please.
because because why would you have this Gen Z ass show, a new show at that people were already side-eyeing
Yeah.
and have it literally premiere the same day as the biggest Gen Z TikTok ass show literally in the world.
Yeah, it was not good timing for Next Gen NYC. I think it would have been cool if it was during the fall.
That's what I was gonna say, like fall, winter, NYC vibes.
The end of summer, August, once Love Island's starting to wrap up. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. But that being clearly we have a lot to talk about, so
Yeah.
I'll do my little spiel. If you didn't know, we are on YouTube with the video. We're trying to give you all more video this summer with Love Island because it's just like there's so many of y'all out there and there's just so much content. Like, why wouldn't we
So much
try to,
content.
yeah, meet our fellow Love Islanders? And so make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube. We'll be on here all the time this summer. Make sure you're following us on TikTok. We'll also be on there all the time this summer. Instagram, Threads. I believe that's it. I think that's all we're on.
Yes, and also send this to any other friend who is chronically online and loves pop culture, reality TV. Leave us a rating and review. And if you're new here, welcome. Just a little quick recap. I'm Brie. This is Becky. We're best friends. We met in college at University of South Florida. Go Bulls! And tell us our first class, the first time we ever met was in mass communications in the media class. Like, are we serious? And we're here now?
Talk about mass communicating and media and society.
Talk
That
about full circle.
that is crazy to think about. You're gonna make me like weirdly emotional.
I
So
know, thinking of when we first met, yeah, that's so crazy because I just feel like we had such different first impressions of each other. And we've also grown so much as friends outside of college, even more. So, love
I
you.
know the fact that we're like not the fact that like it's so surprising, but like we're like friends from college. Like we're like lifelong friends. Like I'm sorry,
Cute.
cannot get rid of me now. Like we're
No,
literally in business together. We're locked in.
locked in. And okay, so
Oh
yeah,
my
that was
God,
our
I'm
quick
gonna
little
cry.
spiel. No,
Okay, please, 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 please.
okay, we're diving right into the stories,
Okay.
guys, before we get too much for you.
That's
Um, Becky in tears. This is a new recent story, just dropped, I think like 10 minutes ago. So we're just gonna do this one first. You guys know we love Traitors. So the Traitors season forecast just dropped, and we're just gonna go quickly. Becky is
okay, please go. Please
being a
focus.
girl. Okay, we're gonna go through the Traders cast because we'll just go through it quick, but I think there's some good ones in here. I'm actually really excited for this. And it's Deadline dropped it. So official, because this cast was on social media yesterday from one of those like unreported users, but I wasn't positive. So seeing it on Deadline today, I was like, okay, confirmed, we're good to talk about this. So number one, Candace Dillard Bassett from The Real Housewives of Potomac. Obsessed with this pic. But I feel like we're just gonna have to keep going because
I
we're gonna
know.
talk too much. Okay, we have Carolyn Stanberry from The Real Housewives of Dubai, if it's still a thing. Colton Underwood from The Bachelor. This one, I'm not happy about this because I don't know if you saw that stalking stuff came out. There's a lot of weird shit about him. Like he stalked the one that he ended up with on The Bachelor, like put a tracking device in her car and crazy shit after they broke up.
I have heard that.
So I don't know why he's on this cast, but I digress. Let's keep moving. We have Donna Kelsey, the mother of NFL stars Travis and Jason Kelsey. Okay, reality queen. Dorinda Medley. So she was on the Traitors season 3. So last season, but she got voted out first. So I guess they're giving her another chance. But also, she's from Housewives in New York City. And then we have Eric Nam, singer songwriter. Don't know who that is. Good luck to him. Ian Terry from Big Brother. He's a season 14 winner. He's such a cutie patootie. Love him. Johnny Weir, Olympic figure skater. Kristen Kish, Top Chef host. Lisa Rinna, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Slow claps for the casting
No,
director.
he ate.
Mark Ballas from Dancing with the Stars. Maura Higgins from Love Island USA. So that makes sense why she's not hosting After Sun this year. Girls booked and busy. And then we have Michael Rappaport. I guess he's an actor. I literally don't know who he is
You,
outside of Watch What Happens Live.
I was gonna say, I was like, I know him from Watch What Happens Live, and he's always no, that's
On
the
the wrong
other.
side of history.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
We have Monet Exchange from RuPaul's Drag Race, Natalie Anderson from Survivor, Portia Williams from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like the housewives are eating.
No, they did do a good job.
We have Rob Roush from Love Island USA season 6 last season. That is such a funny ass pick. He is so evil. He's evil, sexy, manipulative. We love it.
In,
Perfect.
in that order. In that order.
We have Ron Funches. Is that how you say his name? He's a comedian. Love a comedian on Traitors. That'll be great. Stephen Coletti from Laguna Beach, The Real Orange County, and One Tree Hill. Tara Lipinski, Olympic figure skater. Tiffany Mitchell, Big Brother. This one is the one I'm most excited about because just really quickly for people who didn't watch Big Brother, she was on the season where they finally had the first Black winner and they came up with an alliance to have all the Black people in the house together. And she ran that shit like the Navy. She was the most insane strategist I've ever seen in my life. So she's going to be running that castle. Mark my words. Then we have Yamil Yam Yam Arocho from Survivor. I think he's a big Survivor guy. And I think that's it. So I'm excited for this. I
I'm
love the
excited.
housewives.
Yeah, Stanberry, diva of Bravo. I'll be interested to see Portia and Candace together because they like straight up be beefing.
Really? I feel like
Yeah.
I could not see them getting along. I feel like, yeah, their personalities would not mesh well.
No, Candace, because Candace runs her mouth. Portia likes to beat people up.
Yeah.
Portia also runs her mouth, but is like loud and wrong. Like she doesn't like she's never convicted in what she's saying.
Hmm.
And of course, Candace isn't gonna like that. And it's like OG versus new girl. So I'm
Yeah.
interested to see that dynamic.
Candace is so sharp with her tongue too. I am so excited to see her at the roundtables. Honestly, she's probably
Yeah.
going to get voted out early because she's just going to be on their necks and they're going to be like, okay, she's got to go.
Yeah, like she's definitely a traitor, and she's not gonna be. She's yeah.
I am excited for Rinna too because I think we've had
Ooh.
enough time away from her to appreciate her quirkiness and her silliness again. Because when she originally left Beverly Hills, I was like, thank God. I was so sick of her ass. But now enough time has passed that I'm so excited to see her in this format, especially.
And I know her looks are gonna eat. Like she's a fashion icon now. She left Housewives and became a real fashion girl.
And her
So
daughters are fashion girls too. So, yeah.
yeah, it should be
Okay.
really good.
Exciting for that.
Okay, next up we have some
I know, literally already rolling her eyes.
it ends with us drama. We said we're only gonna report on like the really big things that come out because every day it seems like he said this, she said this.
Yeah.
So I'm not picking sides. And yeah, so
Let's get into this one.
Blake Lively's lawyers claim total victory after judge dismisses Justin Baldoni's $400 million lawsuit. which I did not know it was that much. 400 million.
Is he insane?
Yes. That's why I
Yes.
said I'm not picking sides because they're both so unlikable. Anyway, so Blake Lively and her lawyers are obviously claiming victory after a judge's decision to toss out the $400 million counter suit against her. In a statement obtained by People on Monday, June 9th, the actress's attorney says today's opinion is a total victory and a complete vindication for Blake Lively, along with those that Justin Baldoni and the Wayfarer parties dragged into their retaliatory lawsuit, including Ryan Reynolds, Leslie Sloan, and the New York Times.
Oh yeah, the New York Times was a big part of it, I remember.
Yeah,
Of the lawsuit that he originally had. Yeah.
right. Because he was suing the New York Times, which is like, it's never a good idea to sue media publication.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's never a good look. It's like, what are you trying to like? Is it defamation if
Yeah.
someone said you did it?
So yeah, the judge just dismissed it, which doesn't mean that he is wrong, and it doesn't mean that Blake is totally in the right, but it means that since it was a defamation lawsuit, there was not enough to say that he was being defamed. I did look up a lawyer on TikTok because I was like, I don't understand this. And basically she said that because the defamation came from Blake's lawsuit, I believe you can't really technically say anything in there is defamation because that's what protects victims from actually coming forward and saying exactly what happened. Because then they could just be like, oh, that's defamation. Like everybody could say that, if they get accused of sexual assault. So apparently, because of that, you can't say that part of it is defamation. And that was pretty much the entirety of what he was mad about. So I guess the rest of the stuff was not enough. Or I guess like the Ryan Reynolds and everything else was from that lawsuit. So because it all stemmed from that, I guess they couldn't do anything about it, or they just dismissed it because they didn't have enough to say it was defamation. So I guess he could still, I think, make amends and do something else with it. But honestly,
Yeah.
they need to give it a fucking rest. Everybody is so exhausted with this at this point that I don't think either of them come out the winner. This is so toxic.
I know. They need to settle out of court
Yeah.
and leave us out of it. Like
Leave us out of it for sure.
suing the media, making statements, being on red carpets, making jokes. Enough. Settle out of court. Don't come out with a sequel. Don't make a movie for 5 years. Leave us all the hell alone because like I don't think anyone's like, "Oh, I'm so team Blake" or "I'm so team Justin." Like, no, I actually kind of hate both of you now. So congrats.
At this point, yeah, I think everybody's over it. I think we all started as Justin and then we moved to Blake and then we went back to Justin. And it was just such an emotional whiplash that everyone's like, okay, we're done with both of you. You guys are both
Yeah.
the villains in this play.
Y'all are both to be at fault here. So,
Yeah, so hopefully it'll actually end soon. Actually, no, I think because there's a trial still, and I think that's not
yeah.
until next year. So we're going to be dealing with this for a while. But again, we're only covering the big stuff because this is actually way too much at this point.
No.
Enough.
Enough.
It gets to a point.
No, everything gets to a point, and I think this is the perfect story to lead into our next defamation case. Because this one, my girl, actually, she's not my girl at all. But
Wait, I was like, wait a minute. Who are we speaking
yeah,
about?
yeah, homegirl might actually have a case. So if you have not heard, well, first, Real Housewife of Atlanta newbie Brit Eady did not show up at the reunion this year, which is a damn shame because it's like, well,
What
what?
do we talk about?
Yeah, what are we talk about? Kenya was never invited. Brit never showed up, so we're just gonna talk about what this season.
Exactly.
Because I watched the episode 2 weeks ago just to be like, okay, let me see what the girls are talking about. They're not talking about anything. They're like crickets. So that on the same day that we found out that the reunion was being filmed, Brit didn't show up. We find out that Brit Eady is suing Bravo for $20 million in a defamation lawsuit because apparently the sexually explicit images that Kenya blew up on a poster aren't even a fucking Brit.
How did this happen?
This is such a shit show. Like, I don't hang it up. I don't want the show anymore.
Hang it up for sure. Because this was the biggest thing. It made such a big deal. It was such a big deal before the season even aired. We were talking about it last summer. Come to find out, it's not even Brit. Kenya's gone. What did we get out of this?
Brit's gone, Kenya's gone. It's not even Brit. Like, what was
Bravo's being sued.
yeah, like what
So,
is the reason? It's
no,
so
literally, what is it?
embarrassing.
It is embarrassing for Bravo, especially because how did you not? I don't know. Okay, so it says Edie has filed a $20 million lawsuit against Bravo, NBC, and the production companies, accusing the defendants of defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, false light, sexual harassment, and hostile work environment. So it says Edie says that the photos were not of her, but that the episode falsely suggested they were. It says, in quotes, the manner in which the episode was aired falsely yet unmistakably implied that the graphic sexual photograph presented by the cast member depicted Edie, the lawsuit said. On information and belief, defendants knew that the photograph did not depict Edie, or they at least were reckless or grossly negligent in failing to learn that the photograph did not depict her. The lawsuit also alleged that the network refused to show Edie the photo before the episode aired. So I guess that's how this happened. Which is like, why would you not show her the photo? So yeah, I mean, honestly, that is kind of fucked up to have this huge thing. She can't even see the photo, and then she finally sees it, and it's not even her. So it's like all this time I've been feeling like shit, embarrassed, and it wasn't even me.
Yeah, if it really wasn't her and they really told her that they did an investigation, found like kept that, withheld that information, she's owed $20 million.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
is Bravo doing?
I'm just so it's so disappointing. It's so yucko.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any word. It's just so it's such a shame because it's like you took a pause on this show, you did like a soft reboot just for it to end like that. Like this is how we're ending, and then
Yeah.
just for her to not even show up at the reunion, Bravo not inviting Kenya to the reunion. It's like, what the fuck am I gonna watch the reunion for? Everybody knows that the reunion can be the high, like Real Housewives of Atlanta reunions are the most iconic reunions in reality TV history. Like, are you
100%.
kidding me? And we're gonna not have the two people that made the biggest splash in this new season when we're trying to reboot it. And now we're getting sued. Hang it up. Like, cancel the show. Just make a new ensemble show with the ladies in Atlanta. I don't know what to call it. I'm seriously over it. I will not be watching it anymore. Like, straight
It's
up.
so sad to see a pillar fall like that because they were the greatest of reality TV. And how is it at
Mhm.
the point where we're literally like, hang it up? We don't want it anymore. That's so sad.
And it's production. I don't even think it's the ladies anymore. It's
Yeah.
literally production.
Because the girls are entertaining. I mean, Portia, say what you
Yeah.
want about her. She's very entertaining. Same with Drew, lies or not, entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
Angela did so well this season. So, and then, I mean, yeah, Kenya left, but obviously polarizing, entertaining figure. So I don't get it. The
And you
Phaedra
bring
of it all, too, is just
I
like,
was just gonna say, and you bring back Phaedra. Like, do you guys not realize like we don't like Phaedra?
yeah, it's very confusing as well because I actually did see so just really quickly, Bryn is not coming back to the Real Housewives of New York, she announced, but I saw today that they said they actually fired her and I think it was in Andy's book or something. He said that yeah, we kind of let the housewives just say, "Oh, I left," even if they got fired. So somebody came out recently today, I think that Bryn did get fired, but it just made me think if she got fired, probably because of what she did the last season, which was falsely accusing Uba of knowing that she got sexually assaulted when I don't know, that was a whole mess. But I feel like it's almost kind of in the same realm of like what Phaedra was dealing with.
100%.
So it's just confusing the way that they have, I don't know, boundaries and how they make decisions at Bravo and who gets fired and who gets to come back. It's very confusing sometimes.
Yeah. No one was asking for Phaedra. And then it's the fact that you tried to do something cheap and put her on Married to Medicine. And then
Yeah.
she didn't go to that reunion. So then you put her on the reunion second couch. It's like she's being rewarded for all her bad behavior.
Yes,
And
100%.
I'm sick of it. I'm genuinely sick of it. I don't want to see her on my screen. I haven't even watched an episode with her in it. I don't want to. The episode that she came in on had the series low.
Damn.
It was Labor Day weekend, or not Labor Day, Memorial Day weekend, so I'll give them that, but still,
Not a good look.
it's not a good look. Literally, just cancel the show and do like Real Housewives of Houston. It's literally the same city.
There we go. Yeah, we just need to move.
Yeah, let's just move it like they're doing with Jersey and Rhode Island. Like, let's just literally same concept, different city.
Exactly. Yeah. I am excited for Rhode Island, so
Me
hopefully that's a
too.
good one. And then Miami is back. So glad the girlies are back because between Larsa, Alexia, Lisa, there is never a lack of drama and it's always authentic.
Yes.
And they're always making me giggle. I love them.
I think it's because they lost the show.
They knew what it was like.
Yeah, they know what it's like to get the carpet ripped out from under them. And I guess I thought Atlanta did too, but I guess not. Not
I
long
think
enough.
I think Atlanta is still they're just like too high for like on their high horse,
Hmm.
because they were such the reality TV mecca, if you will, out of all the franchises. And I just think that that gets to their head. And it's like, you can't just
No.
hide behind being a peach. Like, we need to do more.
Yeah.
Same with Beverly Hills. It's lacking that luster that it used to have.
Oh,
And it's like, just because you guys are Beverly Hills does not mean that it's just good. Just like, I don't know, give me something.
give the girls something because it's giving nothing. It's
Nothing
literally
at
giving
all.
nothing. So,
Let's move on to our last Bravo news before we get into Love Island. Um, I just wanted to have a little rant for a second because I fear I have gaslit myself for the past year into liking Paige DeSorbo, and I think the media gaslit me as well too. And I just kind of want to come clean and talk about it because I've had enough. So okay, let me just take you guys back really quick. When she first came on Summer House, I didn't like her. I never liked her. And it was always such an unpopular opinion. Everyone thought she was the cutest girlie. Yes, she is cute, but I just always felt like when she came on Summer House, one, I thought she was mean. I don't know where this girl's girl things comes from. She's not a girl's girl at all. She's actually very mean. And that's okay because it's funny on reality TV, but like let's
right.
not sit here and pretend that she's something she's not. So that was one I couldn't really get behind. Two is that I just feel like she was always so curated and like you never got anything from Paige. We never really got a full story. We never really heard about her relationships. The most she's ever shared is just kind of with Craig now, but we've never gotten anything. So because of that, I was just always like, I don't really get the hype. I don't understand why people like her so much. She doesn't share anything. She lays in bed all day, like she's ruining the vibe of Summer House. I don't get it. But then as time went on, she kind of started to grow on me. And I think it was honestly her personal brand more than Summer House. I really enjoyed seeing her do Giggly Squad. I respect that it's become such a big thing. And, the hosting for red carpets and stuff like that, she's really become a fashion girly. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I've been too hard on her. She actually is a really cool girl. She hustles. And it's just cool to see a Bravo girly that successful. So
Mhm.
I feel that I kind of was like, okay, maybe she's not that bad. But then this last reunion for Summer House that just aired like last week or whatever, it just reminded me all over again why I did not enjoy her. And because I feel like this part of the reunion totally got skipped over because there was a lot of other things like we found out Lindsay's not with her baby daddy anymore. They're just co-parenting, the stuff with Amanda and Kyle and the baby situation, Lexi and Jesse. So I feel like this part of the reunion got looked over, but what made me so mad is that a few seasons ago when Amanda and Kyle got married, they got married in Amanda's backyard. Like her parents are pretty rich in New Jersey. They had this huge backyard they got married in. And there was a story that came out that Craig got so belligerently drunk at this wedding that they kicked him out. Like he was kicking tables, yelling at people, and they kicked him out. So the story for the next season of Summer House was Paige basically defending her man and being like, number one, that did not happen. And number two, who the fuck leaked this story and blamed Lindsay. And she was like, and I remember this reunion. It was when she was wearing like this little pink dress with the flower on her neck. She was coming at Lindsay and Carl with so much vitriol and so much anger that it was almost impossible not to believe her. She was like, you guys leaked the story. Craig didn't do that. I don't even know how you know that because you guys weren't there. Like she was going off on Lindsay. And Lindsay already kind of has a bad reputation, to be honest. Like I love Lindsay, but she is emotionally volatile. She's a little crazy. So people were just so quick to believe Paige because they like Paige, don't like Lindsay. And I just remember like how mean she was to Lindsay and Carl, like accusing them of leaking the story, like, you guys are liars. This never happened. Then come to find out the next season, it was not Lindsay who leaked the story. Danielle leaked it. And Paige never apologized to Lindsay. Just, okay, whatever, moving on. And then we just find out this last reunion that just aired because now, Paige says whatever she wants about Craig because they're not together. She was like, oh, yeah. And by the way, he did get kicked out of the wedding and he was belligerent and he was drunk. And like, I don't think anybody remembered how hard she came at Lindsay the past two seasons. And it's like, we're just letting her get away with this. Like, she lied down on that camera, pointing fingers in Lindsay and Carl's face. Like, she was so mean. And then we're just going to like move over it now. And it's like, wait, so that actually did happen. And Lindsay didn't leak the story. And like, nobody apologizes to Lindsay. What the fuck? I don't know. I was just so mad watching that reunion. And I was like, is anybody like listening to, like, is anybody care? Because she's just like the it girl right now. So people just move past it. But I was like, hello, like, are we just going to let her get away with saying she lied about Craig for years? And then to make it worse, she told Craig, like, you need to apologize to Amanda's parents because like this is, it was their house and you were being disrespectful. He refused. So she had to apologize to the parents. I just,
I'm over both of them.
exactly. Over both of them. And then actually,
Not
I guess
picking
just like
sides.
speaking of her really quickly, she did release that sleepwear brand Daphne,
I was
and
gonna
it's
bring that up.
been getting some critiques online. I thought it was a really good idea because yeah, she is always in bed, so it's very on brand. But now that I'm seeing the materials, number one, the girlies are complaining that it's not size inclusive. It only goes up to XL, and it's like if it's pajamas, sleepwear, give us bigger sizes. And also, plus size women deserve to have sleepwear too. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And then two is that it's really expensive. One shirt is up like I think a tank top is $58, $70, $80. They're very pricey for pajamas. And then when you see them tried on, I mean, at this point, yeah, I'm sounding like a total hater, but it is what it is. They all look see-through. It's
They're
not looking
they're
quality.
fugly as fuck. Like I'll
Thank you.
say it. I'll say it. I don't have I haven't watched Summer House. I've always questioned the likability of Paige. I did fall propaganda I fell for
Oh,
Paige
literally.
to Paige
Paige
DeSorbo
DeSorbo.
because I was like, oh, she's a mass comm cherry bomb. She would have been in mass comm class with us. Like, I love
Hmm.
to see a. I literally said it last week. Like, I love to see Bravo girlies get bigger than the program.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, do I though? Because are you that special? Anyways, I'm looking at the pajamas right now. They're so ugly, guys. I would not wear them.
No.
And they're extremely overpriced and they're also all sold out, which people think is a good sign. It's not because like you could have bought five from like the
Yeah.
manufacturer for probably like $3 because that's what it looks like you probably spent on them. And then you're selling it for $70. Like one pajama set, the top is 70, the bottoms are 120. Why is it $200 for a sleeper? And like this ain't Skims. Like listen,
Yeah.
I will defend Skims down, like, because it's the
You are
quality is.
such a Skims girl.
I'm so Skims, like, I'm literally waiting for Kimmy to send me something because I'm like, I truly like Kim could say anything, and I'm like, I'm gonna still buy Skims because the quality is there, the fit is there, the silhouette is there, all my bras, all my underwear, my favorite pajamas, my robe, my basics, they're all Skims, okay?
Yeah.
Because like it's there, like the proof is in the pudding. But like,
This is the most quality thong I've ever had in my life. Like, I know some girls are weird about thongs. If you want to actually feel like you're wearing nothing, Skims.
yeah. And then so to see Daphne, it's
Yeah.
just like,
Was
oh,
expecting more, to be honest. I was expecting it to look a lot more fashionable, a lot cuter. I'm not saying it needed to be, blazers and button downs or whatever, the Paige style, but it could have been a lot cuter for how much of a fashion girl she is.
yeah, it's just basic. There's no like the prince could have been really cute. Like
You
it
can
needed,
get that on Amazon for $20, a whole set, and it would probably not be see through.
yeah, she's lost her mind. And it's one of the shirts being called the Hannah.
Of course, yeah. Girlies got to stick together. Honestly, that's another reason why I couldn't get on the Paige train for so long was because Hannah was so diabolical on Summer House, and the way Paige defended her down and then did a podcast with her and then is like best friends with her. It was always like, "Wait a minute, why if I don't that's who you're associating with." I digress. I'm over, yeah, propaganda I fell for, Paige DeSorbo, however, no longer. I've
Yeah,
woken
I'm
up.
not falling for any of the Bravo propaganda anymore. The people that y'all pillar as your network is absolutely insane. I'm not falling for Phaedra. I'm not falling for Paige. Isn't Paige not even coming back?
Yeah, she's not coming back. Goodbye, good riddance. Now I'm like, bye. Yeah, you know what? First, I was like, wow, I can't believe it. Because she's been on for, I think, like 5 seasons now. She just
Mhm.
feels like an anchor of the show. But I honestly think the show is going to be so much better without her because Sierra and Amanda can get out of fucking bed and socialize and do other things. All I want to do is, Paige is the ringleader. She lays in bed and she's like, come guys, let's go look at TikToks. Let's scroll on TikTok all day. And they don't do anything. They are literal bed bugs. So I think without their ringleader, we will have some more success for the other girls socializing.
Yeah, Lexi's not so many announcements this week.
Yeah,
Like,
then Lexi's not coming back either, which I honestly think is a miss on their part because now that we know her and Jesse are so contemptuous, put them in a house. I want to see how they act together next
yeah,
season. It's such a miss.
give her a new, hotter, taller man. Like,
Please.
anyways,
Let's get to the fun. Let's get to Love Island.
the real drama in the
Uh,
house,
let's talk
in the
about our
villa.
Sims. That's literally how I feel with them. I'm like, I can't wait to watch my Sims tonight.
My Tamagotchis.
Yeah. So we're gonna go over episodes 4 through 9. A lot happened, so we're just gonna have to go episode by episode because if not, we're gonna be all over the place. Let's start with episode 4. So episode 4, we had the baseball game challenge, and the two bombshells came in, Hannah and Amaya. Hannah, they finally have a blonde girl in the house. I didn't even realize there was like no blonde girl.
Wait, honestly,
I
power
guess you
to the
could count
people.
Bella, but oh, I wish Bella would dye her hair back to her natural color. She would look so, I mean, she's already stunning, but she would look
Yeah.
so good. I hate that blonde.
Speaking of the blondness of it all, I did not realize. So obviously with Love Island UK used to be that girl. Like I started watching it literally 2 seasons ago, their last good season, and no one was checking for Love Island USA. I couldn't tell you one person that was on there except Jalen, and I only know him from TikTok and because I have beef with him, which I also have like more lore to get into, but I'll finish my first thought first. I did not realize, like, watching Love Island USA and how, like, pro diversity they are is crazy. The black girls are, like, running Love Island USA for, like, the last two
Yes.
seasons. Where it's, like, on the UK right now, I see clips and, like, there's, like, one black girl and she's obviously beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, face beat, body, like, smart, gorgeous, beautiful. And she was the last one to get picked. And the host asked the guy, this white guy, like, oh, how do you feel about picking? I think her name's like Amila or Anila, something like that. And he was like, well, like all the girls are beautiful.
Rolling my eyes.
Rolling my eyes. And then you watch Love Island USA. Shelly's in a love triangle. Like Alondra is literally running the house. I'm like,
Yeah.
like Sierra, Amaya, like the names in itself, like, yeah, T, like clock it.
Yeah.
Like finally, finally, finally.
It is interesting
So,
because, yeah, when Love Island was first really getting big, I always did hear about it in the UK, and I never watched it because it was so overwhelming to me to think of all the episodes, and I would have to
Mm.
binge it, and I was like, I just need to watch it when it's live. And then it was UK time. It just never worked out. But then yeah, last season when Ariana started hosting, since I am a VPR girly, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make the plunge into USA. Hopefully it's not bad, and I'm just gonna watch for Ariana. Sold, like literally so hooked. And but I
Yeah.
think last season was different because I mean a lot of people kind of say that before last season USA was not really
It
hitting.
wasn't good.
So
Like,
I'm glad it's good now.
I know that clip that I posted on our Instagram of the two little light skinned singing Drake remix, and I didn't imagine my surprise when I watched that clip, and I was like, "Wait, that guy looks so familiar." And then I was like, I started thinking, I was like, "Wait." So back in 2020, one of
Oh
the
God.
guys singing was on Love Island like that summer, or like he had gotten voted off. It was like in the fall, like right after Love Island premiere. I did not know who this man was. So he made like the cringiest TikTok of, do you remember the TikTok that was like, it's a combination Pizza Hut and something something. Da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. This is like a deep TikTok cut. Like you don't
I
have to
don't
remember
remember
it. I
this.
don't remember how I remember that either. But anyway, so he made it, and I'm at the combination Pizza Hut and something something. I'm gonna find it, and like I'm not. I'm gonna be vindicated, okay, y'all. I sound crazy right now, but I promise I know what I'm talking about. So he made the trend, and it was like he said like my ethnicity light skin, my job gynecologist, like just being so cringe. And this was like this was still early TikTok days, so you would just like make any kind of content. So I like duetted his video and like was just making a cringe face. Why is that my first video that ever blew up? And I literally didn't know who he was. I had no idea. And then everyone was like, "This, he's from Love Island. You're just a hater. You just want caught." I'm like, y'all, literally, this could have been a stranger off the street with a one follower. I would have made the same video. So like, not me
Sorry to
having
this man. I don't know him.
like, I don't know who he is. Sorry, no one watched your fucking show. I don't know what to tell you. Not me having beef with two Love Islanders and them
That
being
is
this guy
so
and
funny.
Jalen.
I literally didn't even realize that Jalen was on Love Island. I just thought he was some
Exactly.
influencer that was
Exactly.
responding and that you happen to have beef with. You and all this
Yeah.
TikTok beef, you guys.
Yeah, like not me. Honestly, bring me out as the bombshell. Like,
Bring Becky to Casa Amor.
yeah, like to cuss these men out. I literally would eat these men alive. Like these girls are too pretty and too nice, which we can get into that.
Yes, let's get
But
back into it because to be honest, these men are not cutting it for how beautiful the women are. But yeah, so Hannah and Amaya come in, and Amaya chooses Jeremiah for the fourth base position. And to his credit, like she was doing a lot of humping and wiggling and moving, making out, and he just stood still. So he was like, I'm gonna get my ass beat for this. I gotta be as still as possible. But
literally.
Huda was making a damn fool of herself with the middle fingers up and calling her a bitch and being like, I don't know her, but she can't compare to me, doing a whole lot of craziness. And I just think this is so insane that this is supposed to be the most emotionally mature woman on the cast, apparently.
Right. Says who? Who said
That's
that?
just her. A big part of this episode is that Bella finally starts kissing the guys.
Yes.
They went nuts on her. They literally left a hickey on her lip. Like she has a bruise. She was like, they
Is,
attacked me.
is that what that was? Because I was like, what is
Yes.
on her lip? Like, what happened to her lip?
I was thinking the same thing. And then she was on a podcast, and I think it was, what is it? Two chicks in the office, them.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm so glad you guys asked me this because I haven't been able to clear the air. But yeah, she's like, the guys, as soon as I started kissing them, they were so like they couldn't get enough because they hadn't kissed me before. They were like sucking, biting my lip. She's like, I literally had a hickey on my lip. I was so uncomfortable. I was no, see, that's why I couldn't be on Love Island because you're not about to give me a hickey on my lip.
I
All
didn't
of them, like four different men. Ugh.
I didn't even know you could get a hickey on your lip.
Me neither. That challenge grossed me
Ew.
out. Like the
Me too.
popcorn all over their sticky bodies. Ugh, ugh.
No, I was watching it with my friend, and you know how they have the ketchup and mustard? She thought it was real ketchup and mustard, and I don't know if it was or not, but I just had to tell her for the fact that she's actually about to throw up next to me. She was literally like, and I was like, oh,
gagging.
stop. I was like, we can skip this part. It's not real ketchup. Like,
I assumed it was real too. I don't know.
I don't know. It looked fake. I think
It makes sense for it to not be real, though. That would be
'cause
disgusting.
if it was real ketchup and mustard, no, I would have actually
I'm starting to gag.
like I'm starting to gag just thinking about the smell of ketchup and mustard while I'm making out, like with four
No,
different people and the popcorn all over people. It's a lot. It
it's
was
a
a
lot.
lot.
No, they'd be doing way too much in those challenges. So, yeah, that was pretty much the majority of episode 4. Episode
Mhm.
5, we have After Sun. Skipping to episode 6, Hannah and Charlie are starting to get a little cutesy. I mean, I guess there's just nobody stable in the house, so I guess.
I need them on camera more. Why don't we have more Charlie and Hannah time?
She's a cutie, but she needs to put that tongue away because, like, every scene, she's got her little
Yeah,
tongue out. Yeah,
I'm talking
put
about
that
in
in it.
it.
Every scene. They're so Gen Z coded.
No, when Bella said, I'm not kissing the guys because they can't get no coochie out of the queen, I said, I know that's right. Like,
And all of them immediately doing the dance.
because you can't, and no one did. Like, can't get no coochie out the queen,
No,
period.
I respect her so much for that. Love
Yeah,
that
I
for our
agree.
girl Bella. Amaya and Austin kiss, which they kind of make sense. But the more I know about Amaya, I'm
Really?
trying. I'm really trying with her. I think she's like, I don't not like her. I just, it's, I don't see her with any of the guys in the house now that the more I
Yeah, I
know her is
agree.
kind of what it is. So I'm like, I just don't feel it. Maybe with these new guys, but that's pretty much the biggest parts besides the recoupling ceremony, which, so I feel like the biggest things was that Ace picked Amaya. Oh, why? What are we doing here? Why did you not pick
Why?
Shelly?
Why? Why? I swear its production was like, cut Ace, you have to pick Amaya after all the things he said about Shelly. He was like, I can't wait to share a bed with this person. What? You okay.
What? Yeah, that confused me so much. I was so sure that he was going to pick Shelly and then Austin was going to go for Amaya. So very confused
Yeah.
about that one. I, I don't I don't know. I don't know. And
I I
I
like
want
Amaya.
okay, yeah, I think she's gorgeous.
You, yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know why like she's getting so much hate online. I'm like, Loki, I mean, the next episode she did kind of go a little crazy, but I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't be a happy camper either if
No, I was totally on her side. I just think that okay, so yeah, let's get into that. Basically, the last part of that episode is that Nick picked Sierra over Bella, which I don't know. I really didn't know who he was going to pick, to be honest.
I didn't either until I've been seeing like TikTok has convinced me. And I was like, wait, you're right. Like Nick and Bella had no connection. They had no real conversations. Like they had the
Yeah.
one conversation, she wasn't kissing him, she kissed him. And then even when he took her to Soul Ties, they kissed again. Like that was really the extent of their interactions, at least from what
Yeah.
we've seen, where like I don't think Nick's a great guy for Sierra either, but if I had to pick a couple, it would definitely be Sierra and Nick. I just none of the men are impressing me. When the girls were lined up for the recoupling, I literally gasped because I was like, these women are so beautiful. Like
Yeah.
seriously, these are some of the most beautiful women, every shape, well maybe not every shape, like they're all tiny, but like every
Yeah.
color, every background, every personality type, different styles, like so beautiful. And then you look at the men and they all could use 3 pimple patches each. Like
All of them. What
I'm
is happening?
sick of it. I'm literally sick of it.
It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, you're right, though. I think Nick was just being a little whore and he was just excited that he got to kiss Bella finally, that he was like,
Yeah.
wait, I think I like her, thinking with the wrong head. But yeah, he knew where home was. He picked Sierra and
He
unfortunately
thinks with the
Bella.
other head the whole time because he said, oh my, I have so much chemistry with Sierra, but I'm so physically attracted to Bella.
That's the same thing.
It's literally say like I would smash. Like, duh.
Him and Sierra, I don't know what episode it was, but they were talking about like what they would do on a date. And he was like, yeah, we could do charcuterie. And she's like, and we could do this. And he's like, and then what would we do after? I'm like, oh my God. Like, you little horny teenage boy. Like,
No, literally. So then what? And then what are
literally,
you
so then what?
wearing?
Wiki face. Yeah, yeah. So episode 7 is when things are really starting to get good because
Yes.
right after the recoupling, Ace pulls Amaya aside and has to lay down the law with her and says, hey, listen, I'm still going to be exploring other options. We're open and I don't want to be cuddling or anything at night while we're sleeping together.
Diabolical. Ace, we loved you last week. You were our little brother last week. You were like, yeah, he's young, but at least he's funny. This
We
week,
were rooting for
we
you.
were all like, literally, you could have won. After this, like, you are diabolical because, like, the gaslighting is crazy.
Yeah, because she had every reason to be upset about that because she was
Yes.
right. You couldn't wait till tomorrow to tell me this. You just picked me. I'm feeling good, thinking, oh, okay, we actually did have a mutual connection. Maybe it's not just all in my head. And then immediately, I'm just letting you know I'm still going to explore connections. Why did you pick me?
Yeah. No, and he said, and it was the way he said, he was like, okay, so this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah,
I would
he
have
was a
turned
little,
around, like, who the fuck are you talking to?
exactly. Who do you think you are talking to?
Because that is crazy. Like, we are looking eye to eye. We are the same height, mister. Like, please don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, 5'10" is generous. That man is 5'7".
On a
There's
good
no
day,
way.
in some platform Air Force Ones. He's
Yeah,
five.
he's really, I don't know what we expected with a man who has his name tattooed on his back
Bingo.
because that should have been our first red flag.
Red flag. And he be teaching people how to dance on TikTok. Like,
It's so funny though.
mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, then the next morning he gets into it with her even more and she calls him babe and then he goes, "So what do you usually call your significant other?" She was like, "Yeah, I like babe." He was like, "Well, I don't want that. Don't call me babe." Ever. And it's the way it's his tone and it's how he like doesn't even look at the women he's talking to while he's saying
Yes.
it. It's like I saw a tweet that was like Ace is too busy looking into the camera, licking his lips, smizing to even know what the girls are talking about. It's like, yes, that's exactly it.
He's diabolical. Like, yeah, don't call
Menace.
me that. Like, oh, he is evil. Like, seriously, he is everything that's wrong with men wrapped into the teeniest, tiniest body possible. I'm so sick of him. And like, you can tell she's obviously getting upset because I would too. And it's like, a lot of girls have been there where it's like this guy is like chasing after you. He like wants you so bad and he's like saying, and he's like telling you everything he wants to hear. But then as soon as y'all are like, okay, so like, what do you like to do for fun? Just so you know, bitch, like I don't actually fucking like you. Like,
Immediately,
whoa.
the immediate switch up as soon as they pick you or you guys get together, it's like, I actually hate you. I'm gonna
Like you're
tell you
actually kind
every
of
day.
ugly. Like I don't even know why. Like I don't know why you think I would like you.
Like, actually, don't touch me. Don't
And
even look at me.
he
Don't pull me
was
for chats.
yeah, he said, don't pull me for chats, don't cuddle me, don't kiss me. I'm not with he said I'm not with it at all. It was like him trying to be all strict and like with these boundaries. And then when she's like, what the fuck? He's like, you don't respect my boundaries. It was just so frustrating to hear and watch. But I'm so glad she didn't like let that affect her and be like, something's wrong with me.
Because she could have easily fell down that path because that is what happens to a lot of girls, especially when they're
Yeah.
younger and insecure. This guy's telling you, like, don't call me babe. I don't like touching. I don't like cuddling. And if you're a touchy, cuddly person, you like to call people babe, all of a sudden you're feeling like the one in the wrong. When it's no, I mean, he's allowed to be how you are, but that doesn't mean you're in the wrong either. He's too much for me. Yeah, you can't spell menace without ace. Like,
And
literally,
then
menace.
the heel click in the background after she walks away crying. You
Evil.
evil. Evil little clown.
So this episode, we also had Huda and Jeremiah go on a date. And I thought that the only interesting part of this is that she was talking about, oh, like maybe we could eventually move in together. And he was like, wait a minute, wait. He was like, we could do long distance first, and then maybe I can move to the same city as you. And then maybe we could move in together. Huda goes back to the girls and she's like, yeah, so we were talking about long-term goals. And he was like, yeah, we should move in together. The girls were looking at her. Shelly was like, he really said that? She was like, yeah. Alondra and Shelly kill me. They're like, wait.
No, they're literally speaking in like black girl to each other, like heads connected, like black
heads connected.
like communicating. Because it's like I have a really hard time believing that he said that.
We're 7 days in.
You have a kid. There's no way this 20, what, like maybe 26-year-old guy is like, yeah, like I'm ready to be the father that stepped up in a lot. Like I'm not gonna fly across the country to be somebody's daddy. That's
And it's insane
crazy.
too that she is moving so fast considering she has a child, because you would think that she would want to be even more cautious about who she lets in her home. I digress. So Alandria and Taylor are finally starting to get closer this episode and finally kissed outside of a challenge. I mean, at first it was kind of giving like a here damn kiss, like a little peck. But then they went in the photo booth and they're like sucking each other's tongues and stuff. And to be honest, he's growing on me. But I also feel like he's low key scamming her and kind of being like, okay, wait a minute. If I don't act right, I'm about to get kicked out this house. Let me make sure I start showing affection because she's my basically no one else is showing him attention here but Olandria. And you should be so fucking lucky that she's paying attention to you because she is literally like an Amazonian goddess. Or like watch who you're talking to when you talk to her.
Yeah. Him saying that physical attraction isn't there, like as if he doesn't have on that big brim ass fucking cowboy hat on the island of Fiji.
Excuse me?
Like he doesn't, every time I watch him move, it's like watching a fucking body horror. The way he moves his body is like so confusing to me. He looks like it's like venom, like something's like coming out of him. The way he moves, like
Please.
hunches his back and is like spinning around and lifting the weights, like it's a funny.
It's
And he
giving
was
Gumbo, that big green guy. That's him.
He's literally Gumbo. No, I'm gonna cry again. How many times can I cry during this recording? Like he's literally giving Gumbo, and someone was like, the way he lifts weights is why he doesn't have any muscle. Because he's like literally like flinging them. Like the way he just is so awkward. And then you see Alondria, who is gorgeous, like literally head to toe, perfect body T, face T, smart girl, like actually emotionally intelligent, actually playing therapist to every guy, every girl.
She's number one in my book. She's number one in the house for me.
100%. And I'm like, where is her Black King? Where's her Shabuzi? Like, bring out Shabuzi.
Please bring out Shabuzi for our girl. That is exactly who she needs.
Like, oh my, like, what is going on? I'm so confused how someone like that, as in Taylor, could like be like on a girl like her. Like, it's really crazy.
You're lucky that she's even trying so hard with you because he hasn't been giving anything.
No.
I mean, finally he's now starting, but at that point he wasn't giving her anything, and it was hard to watch because it's like I don't want my girl out here begging for attention when she's so gorgeous. She has so much to offer, and it's like this is the clown we're doing it for. So let's go to episode 8. Like I can't. This is when Amaya started to like not too much. She comes for Shelly, and I was like, girl, you're trying it now because this has nothing to do with Shelly. This has everything to do with Ace. And I think that why he picked Amaya is almost like he wanted Shelly to chase him. He wanted Shelly to be jealous. And she's just, as Austin said, she's not the chaser girl. She's not the type of girl. And like, why am I agreeing with Austin right now? Because it's true. Like, what are we doing right now? And I honestly feel like Ace thinks that he's the prize, like just sitting there, like wanting the girls to come to him. And it's like, are what are we doing right now? You're 22 years old and 5'7". Like, I'm
It
sorry.
is delusional. And like the reason why I give Amaya a little tiny, because like she really did have misguided anger
Yeah,
towards Shelly. I give her a little bit because like Ace really did break her down enough to like turn
on
you know what I'm
Shelly.
saying? You know, it's
Yeah,
like classic
100%.
triangulation. Like let me pull in someone else between like our beef so you can misdirect it, and it worked. And then it's Ace hearing the whole argument outside of the girls room, like that made me sick because I know that fed his little
Yeah.
ego so much. It was like, yes, my plan is working, like I'm
No, literally, that's why I was
turning
like,
them
girl,
against each other.
keep it
Stop.
down.
Yeah, the literally the her like Shelly being Haitian and Amaya being Dominican, and people calling it the Battle of Hispaniola. Like, guys, please. Enough.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
insane. Like,
you guys deserve better.
yeah, like we all deserve better. Like, please don't fight over this tiny man from Georgia. Like, please.
Oh my God, no. It's like I want to shake them. Like, girls, you're better than this.
She's so New York Dominican. Like, she's so New York Dominican nurse. Like, I know a few Amayas. Like,
The
that is
Dominican came out when she was yelling.
like, I'm sorry. And I give her some grace because you know what?
Yeah,
She
I
doesn't
know.
have anyone.
That also is the thing that's tough for her is she just came in as a bombshell, so she doesn't really even have any girlies yet. And even
Yeah.
Hannah, who she came in with, was like, "Girl, reel it back. Like, let's." So it's like she doesn't even have her. So yeah, I do feel for
Yeah.
her. The other part of this episode that I thought is interesting is Huda and Jeremiah are starting to slowly like get some tension here because she keeps saying to him, like, anytime he does something that she likes, she's like, "You're so good. You're so good at that." And he's like, "Stop talking to me like I'm your kid." And then immediately after, she's like, "So you want to shower together tonight?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh no."
It's happening.
It's happening. It's happening. But I kind of agree with him because I now that I saw their horoscopes, I fear I understand Jeremiah a little too well being a Taurus because like his facial expressions anytime Huda talks kills me. Like the smiling and shaking his head. I'm like, I know that too well. When he's
He
giving the thumbs up.
He's like not a real person to me. Where did he come from? He's so ambiguous. Like he's like racially ambiguous. I never know what he's thinking. He's so with the way I'm like, what are like who are you? What are you? How do you think? Like, how did you end up in this situation with Huda? Did I miss something as a viewer, like a conversation y'all had and y'all really clicked? Like, I'm
Actually,
so
I think we
confused.
did because
Okay.
somebody pointed out that he hasn't had any confessionals
Right.
up until like I think the last episode. But before then, yeah, he didn't have any confessional. So I think that actually makes a lot of sense why we're so confused about him because it's like yeah, we're only seeing him kind of now act annoyed with her, but then they're still together. So it's like, do you like her? Are you scamming? What's happening? Like, are you
Yeah.
real?
I don't know, like who likes who more? Do you actually like her? Do you know what you're getting yourself into? I'm just really confused.
And then also that episode, Nick kind of talks to him and he was like, I feel like, what did he say that she's fraudulent or she's just like the safest bet? Which, I mean, I don't really get that from her, but I
Me
understand.
neither. She's
He
so
could have,
volatile.
yeah, he could have just said, I think it's just you guys are moving too fast. You guys are too closed off. I don't know about the fraudulent thing, but that definitely got to Jeremiah's head because now he's acting all different with her. And it's like, ew, I don't like that either.
I don't like that. And that's like now we're in like literally episode 9 starts with the narrator. Or no, it was the end of episode 8 into 9 was the conversation with Huda and Jeremiah. And the host literally said Jeremiah thinks Huda misses her home life so much that he starts acting like a child because The way he's like, it's nothing. Like, the men on this show seriously are I'm starting to get pissed off.
I know I'm losing my mind.
Like where are the sexy men? Like they can be diabolical. Like where are the Robs at least? Where it's like, okay, he is so hot and evil. Keep him on my screen, where it's like Ace isn't giving that. He's just giving like annoying.
He's
Taylor,
giving red pill.
yes, red pill. Austin, Loki is the best man, but apparently his reposts are problematic. But like, I don't know, because he be reposting Dr. Umar too. So I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. He's doing like Tai Chi that a shaman taught him. Like, what? Uh, where did
And
they
he
find these?
sent me a TikTok that was like about Austin's repost. It's like he's reposting about Donald Trump, but then also reposting Dr. Umar and Beyonce praise. So what is happening?
Like,
And the top comment being like the voices inside his head fighting him all the time.
that's why he did that psychedelic trip and had to see a shaman. He doesn't know what he thinks. And then he has a tattoo of some random girl drinking a McDonald's extra large iced tea. Like, he's so interesting to me. And people are like, get him off my show. Da, 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 da. No, like, I want to see more of Austin. He's truly the only man that, like, I would be booed the fuck up with Austin and Charlie. I'm telling
Please.
y'all. I'm telling y'all right now. I would have said these are the
No, you
funniest.
guys would be giggling. You and
That's
Austin.
I know, like that's what I'm saying. Like, why isn't Austin getting like more anything? And then him seeing Ace about to bring Shelly breakfast and said, oh, I'm
I'm
gonna do it
bringing her.
first. Period, King.
It is. I'm starting to get over the Ace Austin Shelley love triangle because at the end of the day, I don't think either of them deserve her. I
No.
I just don't think that I don't know, they're just not a good match. It's just like we need a new
Mhm.
bombshell for her that makes sense. I'm glad she has options so she doesn't leave the house yet, but it's
Yeah.
not giving what I need for either of them quite yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last thing though about episode 8, that
Oh
kiss her
yeah.
pie challenge when
Yeah.
Sierra just threw the thing down to kiss
I
Shelly.
know Jessica Shelly.
I was like,
Honestly,
that's so real because the men in the house, like, yeah, I'm going for Shelly at this point.
no, seriously. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would pick one of the at this point, one of the girls. Like, we're just gonna have to put Love Island on its head and do something never done before, and we're just gonna have to be the new couple.
I was actually crying laughing because if you see in the background when they're all cheering, Nick has his phone up recording them. And I'm like, he is just like, you horny rat. Like, he just can't help himself.
Oh, he can't. But he's really like, I'm sorry. Like, Nick's funny though. Like, he
No, he's
sucks,
so funny.
but he's actually funny. The other, like, the only actually funny ones are Austin, Nick, and Taylor. But like
Yeah.
Taylor's not funny because he's tries. Taylor's funny because he's gumbo.
Yeah, because he's gumbo. Nick killed me when Huda was like, I'm a mommy. And he goes,
Mommy?
Mamacita?
A mom to what?
A dog?
Do
Like,
you
are
know
you
what a mom?
okay?
Do you know what a mom is?
I'm a
Oh.
mommy. Silence. Mamacita.
No,
We have to keep him in there. He kills
no.
me.
And what confuses me about that scene is like, why did she have to tell Nick?
She said that she wanted to tell him so then Jeremiah could talk to him about it because she told Jeremiah not to tell the other guys. So I guess that's nice. So Jeremiah could kind of vent to him. So that last party, the three bombshells come in Jalen, Pepe, Iris. Okay. I mean, like, can we find? I mean, I don't know. Where are they finding these men, to be honest?
I
It's not giving.
genuinely do not know.
I guess. I mean, I'm happy that someone's coming in there straight for Olandria finally and being like, no, that's my girl. And it's like, I mean, I don't, if she likes it, then I like it. So
I
because Taylor
know.
was a little too comfortable. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, Huda was definitely making out with those guys. Like she was worried about Jeremiah and she had her tongue all down their throat as
I'm talking
well.
about
So
in it. Okay, she was in there, and I was like,
And then bending over doing like exorcisms to watch Jeremiah. It's like, girl, calm down. And then calling her a bitch. She was like,
Yeah.
bitch, if you don't quit it, it's like, you better watch those B words. How many times do we have to tell you?
I know. We've said this from episode one. You better watch them B words because like we are not friends yet, and you are not saying that as like my homegirl. Like you are actively calling me a bitch.
A little too comfy.
Yeah, and then like Jeremiah sticks his tongue out, and she's like, "Did I just see you stick your tongue out?" And he's like, "No."
Like a little kid scared.
Oh my gosh. You know those couple like I feel like we've all seen this couples where she is running that man like he's scared. He's scared of her.
She just be doing too much too.
I saw a TikTok that was like this season is turning out the way that it is because these hoes are too loyal. Like if you don't break like put your friendship on the line to kiss Jeremiah,
Yeah.
please do that. We actually need like a real bitch in the villa that doesn't give a
Yeah.
fuck and a man that's equally as evil and is like I want Huda or I want
Yeah.
Alandria.
It seems like
Someone.
Iris may be like that because she did say she was going for Jeremiah and Nick. So we'll see. But she is going to have to work down the walls of Huda, which is not an easy one. But I want her to try. Like, I want someone up for the
Yeah.
challenge.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at a picture of Jalen and like he's not that bad, y'all.
Bringing it back to Jalen. Oh, wait. No, this new
Or
Jalen. New
Jalen.
one.
Yeah. New Jalen, new Jalen.
Okay. Yeah.
Not he's like not bad. Like people are being really mean. People are acting like he's busted. He's just like,
They're being
I guess
extra.
the bombshell they were looking for. Like they literally want Michael B. Jordan to walk into the villa and like me too.
Well, yeah.
But listen, we just gotta get her away from Taylor. And like,
Yeah.
if this is what it's gonna take, I will happily take Jalen. Okay.
We just need something. Yeah. One of the girls on TikTok, Astrology Girl, was making predictions for how this season was going to go before it started. And she said that last year, Jupiter was in Gemini. So it was like, I don't know, just giving that Gemini energy for the season. She was saying this season, Jupiter moved into Cancer. So we're going to be seeing a lot of possessiveness, a lot of like really emotional, like basically what you said, like being loyal for no reason. And I'm like, oh my God, that's literally how this season is turning out.
No reason. Like, if you don't kiss everybody, and I'm just so confused by them. I'm like, y'all aren't playing the long game.
Not at
You
all.
know, there's gonna be a whole nother house of people that like you're gonna want and that are gonna want you.
At least we know it's still early. So I'm hoping that some more people keep coming in and shaking things up because I feel like even with Hannah and Amaya coming in, the dynamic has changed so much already. So
Mhm.
these next few episodes, now that the new bombshells are in, we'll see what happens.
No, I'm excited for tonight's episode. I will be watching live
I
because I need
cannot
to
wait.
know.
Hooked, backed into Love Island. So excited it's on.
Yeah, and y'all know what I'm about to say. Again, we're on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio, we are on YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed to us on YouTube at Gossip Break. If you're new here, welcome. We are on here every single week, every single pop culture ting, Bravo tings,
We're your
all the
girlies.
girly pops. Like it's a gossip break. We're here to gossip. We give our unfiltered, honest opinions. And make sure you're following us on Instagram at Gossip Break Pod, TikTok at Gossip Break. Give us a 5-star review, like this video, hit subscribe, share with your best yapper. We love you.
See you girlies next week. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.